The Breakup by Whitney M. Brown. This piece is dedicated to myself and to the little girl trapped inside wanting to break free. For anyone else who can relate, then this poem is also for you too. When you left her, did you mean to leave me too? Or didn't you realize that my brother and I needed you? Left to our own devices, speaking only for myself, I know I fell for man's vices. Went from man to man looking for my father, and now looking at my own daughter, I become bothered by the very idea of her ever in similar situations that I should have resisted. Not knowing of his love, I questioned if it even existed. Looking for daddy, hanging with the wrong friends, getting into all kinds of trouble with all types of the wrong men. You don't know what it would have meant if only just a portion of your day was spent laying away telling me of favorite childhood memories. Instead, the lack thereof has me years later writing stories of these hard times that still bother me as an adult. It was so abrupt, and I never even was given the chance to understand how a woman should love a man. Because you were supposed to be my first love, only doted on more by the son of man above. I watch Lisa while she sleeps, and the rabbit hole grows so deep. In my nightmares, I picture her years later with tears in her eyes as I witness Elijah tell her yet another lie. Wetness staining her immature brown face because she can't comprehend why there isn't a place for her in the new world that he had created. On birthdays, never feeling elated because daddy's not around to blow out her life's years worth of candles. And the very idea of life for her in this manner, I just can't handle. Sometimes I look at baby girl and really just crumble. The light in her eyes, her ignorance of the world's ills makes me fumble, tripping one by one over all of my unearthed skeletons. Memories I had previously left for dead because every time I dreamt of them, what remained was feelings of dread. Anger at myself for all the mistakes I made and disappointment in you for the price you were willing to pay. Every other year, headed to court ready to engage in war over child support, yet you refused to put up the same fight to keep us an extra night, or to spend a Thanksgiving or Christmas together instead of apart. I can only now illustrate how this broke my young heart. So I'll tell you about the days where mom spent hours telling us about your ways. I'll tell you about the minutes I waited by the phone just to disprove her case. And I'll tell you about the moments when you proved her right every time. And I'll tell you how I can understand the reasons why she still resents you trying to come back now into our lives. After 18 years on her own, raising children that she had helped to conceive by a man who chose to end one marriage just to start a new family. Let me tell you, I understand her pain. Because I look at my own seas and wonder how long I myself could stand out in that rain without the comfort and shelter of a love that was once promised to endure sickness and health, built to withstand poverty or embrace wealth. But instead, love died a slow, cruel, selfish death. It no longer lived the moment you walked out of the door and with your actions confirmed her worst fears that love don't live there no more. Time is the best teacher and experiences have shed this ounce of light, but you know what still keeps me up at night? 26 years later, I still spend it wondering what my life might be like if you would have believed that just because you broke up with her didn't mean that you also got to break up with me.